I'm going to walk you through Cledo's onboarding tool, which is a tool that helps employers facilitate a smooth transition for new hires. This tool allows the recruiter teams to easily communicate with one another and track the progress of the hires as they move to the employee onboarding stage. It also standardizes the process, which means your new hire introductions are consistent and appropriate for the role. All the features and functionalities in the onboarding tool are configurable. You can define what features, what roles, what layers you want to define. It is also a customizable system, which means in case you have any requirements which is very specific to your organization, that can be customized here as well. In terms of overall concept and overall structure of onboarding tool, it supports a lot of processes, which when combined makes this onboarding tool. The system allows you to define the roles in the approval matrix, like the candidate, recruitment team, HR, operations, shared services, and so on and so forth. There is no limit on the number of roles that you can define in the system. You can also define what kind of forms or documents you want to from your candidates, and also internally from what forms are generated by the internal teams. These documents can further be digitally signed, and these digital signatures are valid in the Indian Court of Law. Once you deploy the system, you need to configure a list of documents that you will be taking from the candidates or you will be generating internally. There will be some documents which are required to be uploaded by the new joinees, and there are some forms and documents which are required to be submitted by the internal recruitment or HR teams to make a complete file according to the compliances. So you can create a laundry list of the documents that are coming in externally or internally from all sort of categories that you will be hiring. So here is the laundry list of the documents, all sort of documents, and you can also pick and choose as in which document you want to make as a mandatory document or a non-mandatory document. Based on your requirements, you can now define how many environments you want to create in the system. And when we say environment, you can, a very basic example is that from a fresher candidate, you will be taking a certain kind of documents, while from a lateral hire, you will be taking certain kind of documents. For a fresher, to a fresher candidate, you will be sending a welcome mail or a username password mail in a certain language, while in case you are hiring somebody at a very senior level, the entire language of that mail will go differently. So that is all the configurations you can also configure in the system. Once you have defined the types of environments that you're creating, you have to now define the roles in the system, as in how many people will be there in the approval matrix in the system. Here in the demo system, we have configured only 3 roles, which are the candidate, the recruitment, and the HR team. These are the sequential roles. There is a candidate role, and above the candidate, there is a recruiter, and above the recruiter, there is an HR. You can have as many roles in the system as you may want to. Then we also define the rules in the system. This shows what all documents you want from different candidates to submit. From a particular type of a candidate. For example, in case somebody is joining as a fresher, you will not be asking them as for their previous employment records. However, if somebody is joining at a senior level, you may be asking them for the previous employment records and maybe 2 of them. Somebody joining in as a sales person, a DL or a driving license may be a requirement, while somebody joining at a very senior level, a passport may be a mandatory document. So you can define all the documents, list of documents here from particular levels. You can also define what all documents will be mandatory from those candidates and what all can be non-mandatory from those candidates. Initially, we as Cledo's team will define all these configurations with you according to your requirements. We will sit with you for an extensive SOP and define all the rules that you want the system to perform. What I'll do now is I will log in as a recruiter who will be creating the profiles of the shortlisted candidates. This information will help the internal recruitment and HR teams in the due course of time, as in when any other information is required by the candidate, the candidate doesn't have to fill the forms again and again. The certain information which is common all across the forms, like the name, date of birth, father's name, date of joining, address proofs, all that will be refetched from the system in case these profiles are created. So I'm logging in as a recruiter now, who will create a profile of the candidate. These profiles can be created in two ways in the system, manually as well as digitally. In case we integrate with your internal HRIS systems, then the information can be pulled up on the regular basis and the to and fro of the system can be seamless. Otherwise, we can create the candidates manually. Once we create the candidate manually, we are creating the candidate manually here. There will be certain fields of information which will be required to be filled in by the recruitment team. These fields are again configurable. You can have an extensive form or you can have a very basic form here for the information. It entirely depends upon your requirement. Once you fill in all the details and press on the button to create the candidate, a candidate's profile is created and a mail is generated to the candidate that your profile has been created. Kindly start uploading documents as per the requirement. If he's a fresher candidate, there will be a certain list of documents. In case he's a lateral hire or somebody senior in the team, the list may be different. There can also be a list of forms that is to be filled by the candidate. The system can push the candidate to fill in certain forms once he gets that email. So once the profile is created, a mail is generated to the candidate saying that we have created your profile, and there will be a link and a password in the mail. When the candidate clicks on that link, he will be directed to a list of documents and a place to upload those documents, wherein he can keep clicking on those documents one by one and upload the documents to create his profile, to create his digital profile in the system. There will be some documents which can be marked as mandatory documents. There can be some documents which can be the regular documents, and without uploading those mandatory documents, the system will not allow the candidate to move ahead. So I'm now logging in as a candidate who has got an email from the recruiter with a link and a password to upload their documents. The candidate will now click on the link that is in his email and a password, and he comes to this dashboard wherein he sees the list of documents on the left hand side. There are certain star marked documents which means that these are mandatory documents for the candidate to upload, without which this profile will not be created. We can create the documents can be created into a group documents or subgroup documents. For example, if there is an address proof requirement, we can create it as a subgroup and mention that only one of these is required. So there is a list of documents out of which only one is required. In case the candidate is able to fulfill even one, the profile will be considered complete according to the compliances. In case he does not fulfill this requirement, the profile will not move ahead. The system can also push the candidate to fill in certain forms here, like the statutory forms can be filled right here instead of giving it to the candidate at a later stage. The system pushes the candidate to fill in these forms right away so that the profile is complete at this stage itself. These forms can also be pre-templatized, and since we have created a profile already at the initial stage, so all the common information will be pre-filled across all the forms for the candidate. These forms can be pre-templatized according to your requirements. Certain forms are common in nature, but certain forms which are internally required by your organization can be pre-templatized here, and all the information, as you can see here, is pre-filled already because there is a profile which is created at the first stage for the candidate. So once the candidate fills in these these forms, a mail goes back to the recruiter that I have filled in all my forms and uploaded my required documents. Please validate those forms. So I'll come back to the recruiter's login now. wherein he gets a intimation that I have filled in all my forms and uploaded the documents. Please validate those documents so that the profile can move to the next stage. So at any stage, there is a to and fro of the mails that goes to all the stakeholders currently involved in the system. Um, as in where is the profile stuck, or who is working on the profile currently, and at what stage is the profile currently standing at. So now when I come back to the recruiter's login, the recruiter will have a list of candidates that he's supposed to be working on or he's currently working on. He can pick and choose the candidate on which he's working on. And now what he sees is that the screen is, since the candidate has uploaded a lot of his documents and forms, he now sees that the screen is divided into two portions. There are certain documents which are to be uploaded by the recruiter team, and there are documents which have been uploaded by the candidate. So in case he opens up, he can see the documents from here. He can, since it is a dummy demo, so we cannot have correct the original forms or documents here, hence the sample document. So he sees the documents. In case the documents are correct, he can accept those documents or he can reject those documents. For rejection, he needs to give in a comment that why is he rejecting the documents. A mail will go back to the candidate that your documents have been rejected. Please re-upload them with so and so reason. You can also change the name of the documents from here in case you feel that this is not a 10th certificate but it is a 12th certificate. You can change the name of the document from here and the document will move to the certain folder. So once the recruiter accepts all the documents here, the profile then moves to the next stage, which is the HR stage here in this demo. So I'll log in as a HR team now and see how the recruiter and the candidate have uploaded their documents and what is required to be done at the HR team's end. The HR team has pretty much similar dashboard, which is required by which was there at the recruiter stage. However, there will be certain different authorities that will be provided to the HR. The HR can accept or reject the documents uploaded by the recruiter team as well as the candidate. And once they are rejecting the document, similar as the recruiter had to given the reason for the rejection of the documents, the HR can also do the same. So this is the dashboard of the HR team, wherein he can again pick and choose the candidate that he wants to work upon. And now the screen is divided into three portions: the documents which are uploaded by the HR team, the documents which were uploaded by the recruitment team, and the documents which are uploaded by the candidate. So the HR team can pick and choose the documents that they want to see. They have to approve all the documents one by one, and once they pick up a document, they can again approve or reject those documents similarly as the recruitment team was doing. And once all the documents are accepted, a mail goes back to the recruiter and the candidate that these are the documents, all the documents are accepted, and we are initiating your profile for the next stage, or in this case, this is the last stage, so the HR team initiates the e-signature process for the candidate. I will go back to the candidate now because he's at the signature stage, and now he has to sign in the documents and to create a digital file. Like I said, at any given point of time, there is an extensive to and fro of the emails going to all the stakeholders involved in the system. So everybody is at the same page that who is working on the profile currently, and where is the profile stuck in case it is stuck, and for what reasons. So now this candidate, all the documents have been accepted, and now she needs to sign those documents one by one. So once I'm the candidate, I log into my profile. There will be a few new documents that we see once all the stages have been cleared, like the Form 2, Form 11, etc. These can be different forms at different stages for different employees or different levels. That's for you to pick and choose. I click on these documents and I can see these documents if they're accurately filled for me or not. The documents are correctly filled and now I'm ready to sign the documents. I will click on the tab that says e-Hastakshar. The link connects us to e-Hastakshar site. It is a technology promoted by the Government of India and is based on the Aadhaar card credentials. Once the candidate puts in his her Aadhaar card details, the e-Hastakshar site releases a digital signature of the candidate, and then he or she is able to sign the documents digitally. You have to ensure that your registered mobile phone, which is registered with your Aadhaar card, is with you because you're going to get the OTP on the same phone. After these signatures, these digital signatures, the documents become valid in the court of law in India. So what I'll do is I will put in my Aadhaar card number here and I will get an OTP on my phone. The OTP is and once I put in the OTP, the site will release signatures for the particular document, and now this document becomes a valid document and it can be used in case of any legal discrepancies or such in the court of law. The signature captures the timestamp, details of the IP address from which the signature has been taken, at what time they have been taken, who has taken the name of the person who has taken the signatures, etc. This becomes a tamper-proof document. So once you sign all the documents one by one, the file then moves to the document management system, and it is now a digital file, and it stays there for access and archival purposes. I My document is now signed, and I can view that document, and I can see that there is a timestamp and a signature on my document that I wish to sign as a candidate. My file is now complete and it is a digital file now. And like I said, now it moves to the document management system of Clito and stays there for access and archival processes. So this was primarily the working of the onboarding tool. However, I will now show you how to track the processing of the profile of a candidate. We can get to know where is the profile stuck, who has not yet worked on the profile, or if the profile is awaited at any stage, what is the reason behind it. So now I'll log in again as an admin user and who has access to all these details. We call it as a total stage MIS onto the system, where we can get to know everything going on in the hiring process. In case I want to look at the candidate called Rahul Mishra, I can see that his documents have been processed, what date they were submitted, and what are their details as of now. What time did the recruitment team submit their documents? What time did the HR team submit a particular candidate's documents? And so on and so forth. Once again, we reiterate, that this system is a completely customizable system, and we will be happy to customize and any particular features required by you. In case you have any more questions, please connect with us at sales@cleto.in. Thank you so much for your time.